EA Sports have problems, and they're big problems. The community is in uproar. The game is already half price on the store, and after 18 patches already, we find ourselves in one of the weirdest phases in Ultimate Team history. For cheap, fast, and reliable FC26 coins, use MMOEXP.com. The link is down below. And use the code MATTHD to get 8% off your order. You can even buy players and packs too. If you've played FC26 recently, and in the last 2 months especially, you'll know that this gameplay has become unplayable at the highest level, at every level, at casual level. It is in shambles right now. We have a game right now, November, that every single game you see the exact same goal. Low driven, low driven, low driven. I've never seen a FIFA game have this little creativity when scoring a goal. In football, in real life, every single goal is different. Yet in FC26, every goal is seemingly the exact same into the bottom corner. And of course, everyone uses the same striker, Claudia Pina. Where are the days of having cheap players, of having mid players, different styles of players that actually scored goals and different goals every game? Think about it. You don't see people using Haaland in most teams. You don't see people using Gokas. You don't see people using Isaac. Every player is using Claudia Pina. And more importantly, every game feels the exact same. But why is this now the case? I want to show you something which honestly might blow you away. We're going back here 9 years ago. Now this is FIFA 17 gameplay, and this will shock you because in FIFA 26, every goal does feel the same. There's no unique aspect of scoring a goal now in Ultimate Team. I might have some of the most hours spent on this game so far, and I can categorically tell you I've actually not scored a single corner header at all in this game. I'm not joking. I used to score loads of corner headers or every now and then. Now I don't score them. I simply do not score a header from a cross or a corner. Not one, and we're 2 months in. But I want to take you to a point here where gameplay was the best I think it's ever been in Ultimate Team. Literally every goal here you'll see is beyond belief different. Look at the passing, look at the gameplay, look at the dribbling. You could score a low finesse shot back then. You can't really now. You could get around the goalkeeper. Look at the different kind of goals I was scoring here and the unique aspect of each goal. It is mind-blowing how different this was back then. And what's crazy about this gameplay is that honestly now, I think this looks fantastic. EA absolutely smashed this gameplay out of the park. They hardly patched this gameplay back then either. The launch gameplay here was stunning. I could not stop watching gameplay videos back in the day on FIFA 17. I couldn't stop playing Weekend League. I actually loved it. And again, the different kind of goals we were scoring back here was unreal. And this was 9 years ago. But look at some of the different goals I'm scoring, even from free kicks. A delicate little pass there. We now have the chance outside the box. All the intricate passing, I'm calm and patient, and bang, I score on the right-hand side. Again, you're not seeing the same goal every time, are we? At all. Even the AI movement back there was so superior. They actually had a great game here, and I never understand to this day why they went away from FIFA 17 gameplay. This is a time where you'd actually go and watch the pro esport tournaments live because the gameplay was so enjoyable. The pros were doing amazing things with the gameplay, and it was honestly so exciting to watch. And I guarantee you now, if EA didn't do those live rewards on those pro tournaments, you would see a massive difference, because I believe that most players don't go out of their way to watch those pro level tournaments now unless they're rewards. Whereas back then, the gameplay was so fun to watch. But look how much better the gameplay actually looks as well. Dribbling was fantastic. Through balls were great. But even going further back in time here to a game like FIFA 14, look at the passing we could do there. Look, and even the graphics look really cool. And again, powerful shot top left, different goal to this game. Lo and behold, corner, bang, we can score those goals. That was over 11 or 12 years ago. This next goal is telling as well, because when do you ever see a half volley goal in Ultimate Team now? You simply don't. I believe that the gameplay developers here actually played the gameplay a lot more, in my opinion, than the current developers. because the lack of creativity when scoring a goal in this game is truly unbelievable. Pro players must be just scratching their heads every day they play this game, thinking, wow, I am playing this game. It's mind-numbing every day. And I guarantee you're probably feeling the same way. You have to play in one certain style in this game in order to be successful, because even back then there were meta things, right? There was still meta over the top through balls. There were so many different ways of scoring that every player you played actually had a different play style. Every player I'm playing now is obviously using some of the meta formations, and yes, of course, I love posting tactics to help you guys out, but because there's only one way of scoring right now with low drivens, everyone plays the same. You're not playing a defensive player one game, the next player you're playing a counter-attack player, the next player you're playing a tiki-taka player. No, everyone's got the same play style, because yeah, you've enabled it where there's only a few ways of scoring, compared to back then where there's hundreds of ways of scoring a goal. Much more like real life football. I still stand by the fact that I think it's very concerning that EA tweeting out asking for what features to be removed from the game. That should be their job. They should be good enough to develop a football game that they don't have to ask the community every other week. Should we take out goalkeeper movement? Should we remove player locks? They should know that from the get-go. Now, the next glaringly obvious thing we need to talk about is, of course, how many patches they are releasing. It's gone to the point now that this gameplay is actually a completely different game to the launch day of this game. It's only been 2 months and we've honestly had about 7 or 8 different patches to gameplay already. I never used to be the one who believed, oh, EA are releasing a great game at launch, they're going to ruin it with a new patch. We've all said it, right? But this year, honestly, they actually did ruin the gameplay. Think about how much more fun you had at launch playing this game. Yes, obviously, there were maybe 15 goals a game. Could that be argued too many? Or was it simply the fact that none of us were used to defending yet? I firmly believe we actually had a good game at the launch of FC26. I'm not shying away from that. EA, for me, released a quite good game. I think it was better than last year. I would say that. There were no speed boost. There were loads of goals. But also, if you were very good at defending, you were actually rewarded. Now, did we all cry about defending being really bad? We've all been there. I myself said, oh, you know what? Right now, I suck at defending. I can't defend. I've said that so many times at launch. But a few weeks went by, there were no patches, and lo and behold, I was improving at defending. And then, of course, they released the patches upon patches. And after so many patches now, this game has become unrecognizable. And if you play even just one weekend league, it's not only a sweat fest every single game. We touched upon that on my last EA Rant video last week. That's not the only problem. The problem now is, with every game feeling the exact same and not playing unique play styles every game, it is becoming mind-numbing now to play this game on a more competitive level. Whereas back in FIFA 17, you could play 40 games a weekend and you're ready to go again the next weekend because you're not going insane playing the same gameplay and pretty much identical matches every game. Low driven, Claudia Pina. That is all we're seeing, and it's driving the community insane. Now, touching back though on the launch gameplay, you know the gameplay was good though. When my good man Nick released a video titled EA Cooked with FC26 a lot. When people are making videos like that, that is a really good sign. Obviously, the problem was at launch, people don't want to be patient with gameplay. They wanted that help with defending, and now because obviously so many players cried about defending, we're now at a stage on this gameplay where everything is done for us, and even scoring a goal now inside the box, getting past defenders is harder than ever because EA kept patching this gameplay. This game would be in a much better state if they literally were patient, kept the original launch gameplay. You've got to think about it. You've got to be confident in that first launch. It's got to be played enough. It's got to be tested enough. There's obviously been a beta. There's been an alpha. They have to feel confident in this gameplay in order to release it. But then as soon as it comes out and about 2 weeks in, they patch the whole game. And now you've got a game where you've got the same experience every single match. That's not what football is about. That's not what Ultimate Team is about. Every day we stream the game now on Twitch, I do see a lot of you guys saying, Matt, I've uninstalled the game. I don't want to play this game now. It's too competitive. Every game is the same. There's not really any creativity. I've never seen like this before. And that's saying something, because FC25 was also not loved by most of the community with all the speed boosts going on. But this is on a different level. At least F25, though, had a bit more about it when scoring a goal. There was more creativity. There was a lot more different goals. Now it's the exact same. Think about it. When do you ever score a goal outside the box? I haven't scored one in weeks. Now, I did tweet about this last night, and I did say this. In FC26, do you feel like you see the same goals in every game? I went back and watched FIFA 14 and 17. Couldn't believe the amount of different goals I was seeing. Do you notice that too? Or are we just too meta-driven now? Straight away, Jambo replied, when I used to compete, people had a distinct style. Some possession, some crazy pressing. Every game is the same now. You can't tell a difference. You can only score low drivens and finesse shots. That's why. Yeah, I myself score 75% in the same way. So boring. What have EA done to crossing and finishing on the volley and heading absolutely ruined the game? He makes a great point. When do you guys ever score volleys in Ultimate Team now? In FIFA 14, FIFA 13, even FIFA 16, you would score so many different goals. It was awesome to see. It made every game fresh, which is what this game needs badly. My man here, though, did say, it's boring, but my team helps me enjoy it. And to be fair, that is a very cool team. 3 in the back. I respect it. They need to start from scratch. They created an awful game, which they're trying to fix constantly. Unfortunately, it won't work. The game is broken. AI rubbish. One way to score, no headers, long shots, speed, doesn't matter anymore, and not to mention lots of useless playstyles. And he does have a very valid point. Does speed actually matter now in Ultimate Team? I remember having players like Mayuka in FIFA 12, FIFA 13, Aubameyang, for example, and they would get past players due to their speed if they were through on goal. However, players like Pacho now are so much quicker than Mbappe in game, it makes Mbappe's pace really irrelevant. To me, Mbappe should be flying past Pacho if he's at least a step ahead, but that's not what EA want to do, and I don't know why. Another really good point the community's picked up is this. Are playstyles ruining gameplay, and are they too important? And now, when you really think about it, you actually don't really care about stats anywhere near as much as we used to compared to looking at playstyles first. Even me now, I was always obsessed with stats. I always used to cover FIFA myths with stats and like crazy stats. And even I'm now not really checking the stats anywhere near as quick as playstyles. Are they too important? One of my best friends here from the FIFA scene ever is Mav. He always has great points. And he tweeted this: playstyles have to go. If you don't see it now, you'll see it. Defo give it a watch, guys. It's a really good watch. But he's basically emphasizing that playstyles now have so much more importance than stats, and they're too overpowered. Do you guys agree with Mav here, or is he wrong with this one? I think he's right. I think there's so much emphasis on playstyles. It's unbelievable. And they've really gone away from stats to the point now, I would say most players aren't even too bothered about a mad finishing stat. If that player is not got low driven, you're not going to use them. What do EA Sports though need to do in order to revive this game and stop players leaving this game quicker than ever to go and play games like Fortnite? Arc Raiders is a blast to play. You got to think about it. When people are picking up a game like Arc Raiders, having a great time, having a great laugh, that's what we're missing right now in Ultimate Team. Pro Clubs is always a blast to play, but even that could do with more on the game. What do we need to do to bring the fun element back to Ultimate Team? How do they make it less one-dimensional? How do they make it more fun to play in a nutshell? Comment down below how EA should fix it. They need to bring back the fun element to this game. They're losing more casual players playing this game than ever, and I hope they can fix it. Of course, we want Ultimate Team to be the best it can be, and hopefully EA listen to this video. Have a lovely day wherever you guys are from. I'll see you on the next one.